Banom, 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 now, now, banom, 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 now, now. Banom, 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 banom. A lone crusader in a dangerous world. The world of the Knight Rider. Yo guys, Fears, audience, Fears back at it again with another live. I hope you're doing great. Hope you're doing awesome. Hope you're doing fantastic. Hope you're going ballistic. Going nuts, going ballistic. The host with the most is back, Fears, with another awesome live. Now, right off the bat, don't get mad. I did get permission from Lantern. Lantern called me and said, Fears, I feel bad, y'all. You only got to go live a little bit, y'all. And I said, well, thanks, Lantern. So Lantern was gracious enough and nice enough to let me go first. And I told Lantern I would probably keep it maybe an hour and a half. You know, I'll try. So then Lantern can go live. But that was very nice of you, Lantern. So I really appreciate that. Lantern's a good friend. Lantern's a good guy. You guys have got to follow him. He's only got 594 subs. We got to get him up to 1,000. 1,000 subs. So, Lantern, I salute you. Coffee first. Coffee first. Oh, yeah. Wake up and be awesome. That's right, y'all. Wake up and be awesome. So, yeah. So, I'm going to call Mr. Lantern right off the bat. Tell him thank you. And then we're going to get moseyed. I'm going to try to whiz through this live as quickly as possible. So, about an hour and a half. Maybe 2 hours, something like that. So I told Lantern within reason. I'm not going to go 5 hours, obviously. So Fears never has that enough source material to go 5 hours. I think the longest I've went on a live is a normal show, 4 hours. The longest one I've ever done was like 10 or 11 hours, which was insane. Lantern! Mr. Lampy! Lantern! Lantern! Yo! Yo, Lantern! Is that banjo again? Banjo. You need to stop sleeping over at Lantern's house. That's Lantern's house. That's not your house. Anyway, Banjo, go get me Lantern. Go get me Lantern.
What's that?
Yo, Lantern, what's up? Hey, what's going on, Twin? How you been, Twin? Hey, Lantern. Oh, damn. Man, was that you, Lantern?
No, it's you.
Okay, that was me. I'm sorry. I've been eating that bean shit again, Lantern. Whew. Ew. So, Lantern, I wanted to thank you for being a good friend. And I told everybody, I said, don't get mad. I said, we were talking, Lantern. You said, Fears, you can go live if you want. And I said, oh, well, thanks, Lantern. So I really appreciate, Lantern, you let me go first. So I appreciate that, buddy. And like I said, I'll try to keep it like an hour and a half, 2 hours max. But that's about it.
Yeah.
But I promise, Lantern, I promise. I will not be going like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours. I'll leave that up to you, Lantern. You can go 8, 9, 10, 11 hours until all your data like flies off your phone. Lantern, I hope your sister doesn't get mad. All of a sudden your sister calls up. Chadwick, all your data off your phone is gone. I don't care. Anyway, Chadwick, great show last night. It was good. I loved it.
Yeah.
I sat here, I was editing, and then once I got done editing, I didn't finish editing. Once I got sick and tired of editing, I took a shower, I got something to eat, and then I just sat on the couch all night until I had to go to work, and I watched your show, buddy. So, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, spread the link, and I'll see you in the chat, all right?
All right.
All right, hey, Chadwick, guess what?
What?
Oh, damn! Shock!
Shock!
Chadwick is awesome, man. Anyway, thanks, Chadwick. So I just wanted to let you guys know there was no monkey business. Chadwick was very nice and said, you can go live first, Fears. And I was like, hey, thanks. I appreciate that. So I caught up on Zach's The Incredible Mobile. Good stuff, Zach. Good stuff. I'm still not ready to talk, but I'll read his chats in the chat. I wasn't at first, but I'm slowly but surely calming down, and probably by next week, I don't think I'm gonna go with him this weekend. I'm still a tad perturbed, but next weekend, or next week, definitely gonna give him a call, and we're gonna meet and we're gonna talk. But yeah, but I've been liking the vlogs. Definitely been liking the vlogs. They've been rocking. They definitely have been a rockin' and a shockin', my friends. Today's thumbnail. Since it's Friday, I just did a Friday Night Live because we don't have any holidays coming up very soon. We've got, let's see, when is Easter? Let's see. We already got through St. Patrick's Day. Technically, the next holiday is Palm Sunday. So I'll put a thumbnail up for that, and that's on Sunday. Sunday the 29th. And then Easter is, April Fool's Day is on the 1st, and then Easter is the 5th. Now, I got some good news for my brother, bad news for me. My brother called me last night. It's nothing that I did. He said, hey, man, he was basically just telling me, like kind of giving me a heads up. He said, hey, man, he goes, we haven't decided. He goes, me and my wife are throwing around some ideas for Shelton's birthday. And I said, yeah. I said, what, is the party still on? He goes, well, we're thinking about it. And I said, well, you got to let me know soon, man. I said, because I already bought him some birthday gifts. And he's like, well, he goes, my friend offered me and my wife and Shelton to come stay with them at their cabin, and they may go camping. And I said, oh, that's cool. I said, where is it? And he told me, and I was like, hey. So I said, is that the options? He goes, yeah, we're either going to do a birthday party or we're going to like stay with some friends in their cabin and celebrate his birthday that way. I was like, take him camping, man. I said, I can always come visit whenever. And he's like, well, he goes, we know you wanted to come and see him. I said, I do want to see him. I said, but I mean, I can see him in June or July, you know. And he's like, well, I'll definitely give you a definitive answer in a couple of days. He goes, I wouldn't want you to buy that plane ticket, for nothing. I said, well, I appreciate you giving me a heads up. And then I called my mom last night before I went to work, and I said, hey, Mom, I said, did you hear? And she goes, oh, yeah. She goes, I heard. And she's like, are you going to come? I said, well, I have to wait until, my brother says yay or nay. And she's like, yeah, it kind of popped up, this camping trip thing. I said, well, I said, either way, I said, they can celebrate, my nephew's birthday any way they want. And I said, plus, I said, that's a very generous offer to go camping in a nice, big, comfortable cabin. And I asked my brother, I said, does it have like a stone fire pit? And he goes, well, it's not stone, but he goes, and it does have a fire pit. I was like, that's cool. So my mom's like, oh, we'll definitely let you know, John. I said, yeah, let me know. I said, because my brother will tell my mom, and then my mom will tell me. I said, or my brother will just call me. I said, either way, I said, either you can tell me, Mom, or my brother. She's like, oh, yeah, we won't leave you in the dark. We'll let you know. So I hope the party's still on, because I definitely want to see the guy now. But if not, then I'll just save my money and I'll take a trip. Like I said, June or July. I'm not going to take it around my birthday, because me, Dave, and I think Zach's going with us. Me and Dave and Zach, I want to go to both Spooky Empires. I want to go to the one in May, and Dave told me that's like a lighter one. Well, not light, but he said it's however you want to call it. It's a smaller one. The big ass one is in October near my birthday, and that's how I want to celebrate my birthday, y'all. Fears is turning 42. Oh my Lord! Look at these bags under my eyes. Look at this gray hair. Ah! Oh my Lord. Ah! Anyway, so that's the update. Work was good. I'd say it was a medium night, pretty medium night, and excuse me. And I was tired today. I slept a lot. Let's see, what else did I do? I slept a lot. I made some chicken for lunch, and I made some what do you call them? Some prep meals. So I took a little glass container and I put like 3 cuts of chicken, and then I put some rice in there. Close it up. Portion control dinners, because I really want to lose. I've lost a lot of weight, but then I gained a lot more on when people were sending me pizzas and all that noise. So, and I did eat them, and they were good. But it's time to get back on and I haven't been to the gym in ages. So I'm not gonna lie about that. I've been on my walks. I've been on my walk. It's hard to lose weight, or I think it does. So it's very hard to lose weight. Anyway, yeah, I haven't been to the actual like gym. I haven't ran on the treadmill in ages, so I want to get back to that. I want to do the workout streams. But I have been on my walks. The last walk I did was, what was it, 3 or 4 days ago? Something like that. So I'm going to continue to do the walking streams. But yeah, I'll get back on track. But anyway, I hope you guys had a wonderful day. Hope everybody that worked had a wonderful work day. Yesterday I did this. I did the Easter Bunny Lego build because I thought I wasn't going to be here. But I may be here depending on what my brother says. But I'm going to save the Easter egg Lego build for actual Easter if I'm here, or a day before Easter, whatever. If he does end up going camping with his wife and his 2 friends, then I'll probably go to church on Sunday, and do the Easter thing because I was going to church and then I took another break, so I need to get back to church as well. So yeah, Fears kind of put a lot of stuff on hold because a lot of crazy things was going on, but I'll get back to it, I promise. All right, today's movie reviews. I took my friend Visions' advice, and I took Dave's advice. Visions has seen this. Dave has seen this. Oh, my Lord. The Great Escape. It's an oldie, but it's a goodie. Oldie but goodie. And I was like, damn, Steve McQueen. Rocking and rolling. And then I watched Smart House. Probably my second favorite Disney TV film besides The Luck of the Irish. The Luck of the Irish is my favorite when I was a kid. So that's it. That's both of these. I watched both of these when I was a kid. They don't make this on Blu-ray, so this is the only copy. So this is my second favorite Disney TV film. The Luck of the Irish is my favorite because I am Irish, or half Irish, whatever you want to call it. And then finally, I showed you guys all those movies that came in last night. They finally came in. Amazon delivered it to my door. So I watched. This was another Dave suggestion. Colossus, the 4-bin project. Ooh, it's good. Now, I was tired today. I watched this when I got off of work. I was tired from work. I'd say it was a medium day, so I fell asleep twice. But usually that affects my reviews, right? I'm not going to let it affect my review today because whenever I woke up, I just fast forwarded it to the place that I left off, continued on, because I knew it was going to be not a hard night last night, but a medium night. When I came in, my boss was like, "It's not going to be an easy night. It's going to be about a medium night." He goes, "It's not a like a manslaughter night, like where we're massacred full of boxes." But he goes, "It's a medium night." So I took that into account. So watched it, and it's got that guy. Do you guys know this guy? It's that actor from Days of Our Lives. That was his big. I guess he did a lot of science fiction before he hit Days of Our Lives, because he's in the 3rd Planet of the Apes movie. He's in this movie. So he did a lot of science fiction before he hit Days of Our Lives. Then he was in the Titanic movie with Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet. So, but his big breakout role, I don't know were these science fiction films. He did a really good job in this. He did a really good job in Planet of the Apes 3. But what really made him a massive celebrity was he's still on Days of Our Lives. They haven't killed off his character. His name is Eric. What's his name? Eric. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Eric Braddon. Hopefully that's how you say his name. Eric Braddon. He's been on Days of Our Lives since they created the show in the 70s. So, and now he's still on it. So he's had a professional acting gig, and they had an interview. They had an interview with him, and he said, "I am a blessed actor." He goes, "I got a bunch of science fiction roles when I was young." He goes, "I got to be in Planet of the Apes." He goes, "I got to guest star on a bunch of cool TV shows like He was on Airwolf. He was on Little House on the Prairie, I believe. No, I'm sorry, not Little House on the Prairie. He was on Airwolf. I think he was on Street Hawk. He was on Knight Rider. So he said, he goes, whenever I wasn't working on Days of Our Lives, I got to have a little guest appearance on this show, that show. And I was like, that's cool. And he goes, plus Days of Our Lives, he goes, they haven't killed off my character or they haven't told my character yet to go away. So he's still on that. So he said, I've had a constant acting job. Like, it keeps flowing. I was like, that's cool. Anyway, and then the two other movies that came in was Dave also suggested Damnation Alley. So I think I'm going to watch this tonight, Damnation Alley. End of the world. They're driving around in this high-tech, I guess, RV. Zach, this is the RV of the future, I guess. And everything has gone to shit. The Air Force is fighting, and they're fighting like mutated creatures and mutated people. It's like they skipped World War III and went to World War VII, pretty much. Toxic waste everywhere, radiation, toxic waste barrels everywhere, mutated insects. I mean, all sorts of crazy shit's going on. Pretty much the end of the world. And it's a group of people that are trying to make it in this dystopian land. Let's see, when does it take place in the future? It doesn't say. It says the world is devastated by a nuclear holocaust, causing the Earth to tilt on its axis and bring massive meteorite chaos. Also, weather is unstable. Mutated insects start to emerge, preying on the survivors. Luckily, the remaining crew of the U.S. Air Force crew, form this little group. It doesn't say how long it is, like how far it is in the future, but the minute I saw the trailer, so Dave, thanks a lot for this suggestion. This one was easy to find. I guess this one's more popular than all the others, so this one was easiest to find. This one was a little harder to find, but this one took me about 2 or 3 hours to find. This one was the hardest to find because they did a name change with Dolph Lundgren. Initially, it was called I Come in Peace, but every time I looked, whether it was vintagestock.com, amazon.com, eBay, everywhere. I went to a whole bunch of different websites. They kept saying, they would say, I Come in Peace, a.k.a. Dark Angel. And usually Dark Angel was first. So then I had to ask Meta, I'm like, Meta, is that the same movie? And they said, yeah. They said, because I guess when it came out on VHS, when I saw that VHS when me and Chicken Wizard were at the Toy Man Toy Show, on the VHS, it says, I Come in Peace. So I was like, okay, well then that's the name of it, right? That's the name of the movie. But then, as I looked online, I guess when they put it out on DVD and Blu-ray, I guess like Dark Angel was a better title, so they switched the title. But it is the same movie. So I did a little research, so I Come in Peace, a.k.a. Dark Angel, starring Dolph Lundgren. Basically, he's like a futuristic cop. An alien comes to Earth, and he's like, oh, I've never been to this planet. Well, I'm going to start selling alien drugs to all the humanoids, all the humans. And he's like, no, fuck you. This is our planet. You're not selling drugs. And then this guy's like, yeah, I am. I'm selling drugs. And he's like, no, you're not. And so the American cop has to take down the alien for selling drugs to humans. Oh, yeah. So I'm looking forward to this. So tonight's watch, though, I'm going to watch Damnation Alley. So very dystopian alien movie. So I like all sorts of science fiction. So there we are. So those are the 3 new movies, and then the 3 reviews we're doing today is this, and this. We'll see how much I can get through in about an hour and a half, because I told Lantern I'll try not to go too long. I said Lantern 2 hours max, the shortest an hour and a half. So yeah. So we're gonna do those. Then I got 2 food reviews. I got a new coffee review. I've never tried this until now. So this is Black Rifle Coffee Company bourbon style. So yeah, I've never had this until now. That's what's in the cup. And then we're gonna do this food review. I got this from the gas station. A honey bun jumbo. I've never had this before, so I've never had one, so I thought I would give it a roll. And then, since Visions does not have, you know how I've been doing the top 10 of like D-Man movies, the top 10 of Dave movies. Visions doesn't have 10 videos yet on his channel, so I did the top 3 videos that Visions has ever made. We're going to do that. And then, if there's time, we're going to do the best technology that is in movies, like on Star Trek, the tricorder, Star Wars, the Death Star, because that's a piece of technology. It's a massive space station that wants to kill everybody, basically. I thought that would be the coolest. I thought we could do like the top 20, the top 30, the top 40 best tech that's in movies. Because who wouldn't want a tricorder? You open it up, tells you all the information about a certain product or a certain plant or whatever. Then you got the replicator. You don't have to cook anymore. That would be perfect for me. The dude and Yakov would hate the replicator because they love to cook. I hate to cook. I could just go up, hey, replicator, give me a steak dinner, medium rare or rare, with a side of mashed potatoes, maybe some corn. For dessert, a chocolate sundae, bada bing, within seconds, bada bing, bada boom. You have yourself a meal. Great. Then there'd be no washing of dishes, because what they do is as soon as they're done, they put the plate back onto the replicator. They hit a button, they say recycle, and then it just recycles it. And it makes the plate disappear. No more washing of dishes, no more dishwashers. Amazing. That's good for guys and for ladies, because usually when you're in a marriage, I know for sure I would take turns. I'd be like, hey, babe, it's your time to wash the dishes. All right, well, tomorrow, John, you're going to wash the dishes. No worries, babe, I got you. I would help out because I'm a nice guy. I would help out my wife if I had one. Do the dishes. They don't always need to be doing the dishes. So shout out to the ladies out there. Fierce has got your back. We men get off your ass and help your wives and your girlfriends do the dishes. I'm just saying. All right. Well, that's all I got. Let's open up the chat and let's get things rocking. And I think I'm going to start off with I will do the coffee review right off the bat. So yeah. All right, let's open up the chat here. Hello, and I'll catch up with the chat first, and then we'll get going. So yeah, thank you for the like. I appreciate that. All right, let's see here. Let me scroll up. Let me get my book ready. Yo. So yeah. Well, howdy. Well, howdy, Lantern. Hi, hi, Carrie. What's up? You still going with Dave and I on the Victory Casino cruise on May 9th for my birthday? Most likely, Zach. Most likely. I don't know if I'm gonna go this weekend, but for your birthday, yeah, because Spooky Empire is after your birthday, so I still would love to go on that cruise because that would be some cool vlog footage. Oh yeah. So yeah. Zach says evening, everybody. Well, howdy, Zach. Howdy, Lantern. Howdy, y'all. But yeah. I did get Lantern's permission. It was very nice of him. So yeah. What's up, Fish Fry? What up? That's right. Lantern says he's still going live. Yeah, Lantern was nice and let me go first, which I appreciate, Lantern, because he felt bad, I guess, that I didn't get to. I did a real quick, like mini one, real quick, because I had to run off to work. I was like, hey guys, what's going on? Yeah, we're doing this, we're doing that. Here, let me show you the movies. And then I had to race off to work. So yeah, it was like probably the quickest live I've ever done in my life. I think it wasn't even a half an hour. I think it was like 28 minutes, but I had to get it in real quick. So that was nice. That was nice that Lantern did that. What's up, Primetime Gaming? Zach says, incredible. Oh yeah. So yeah, let's see. What's up, Primetime? Let's see. Howdy, Zach. See, howdy, Fish Fry. So yeah, no. Anyway, let's see here. No, Carrie, I promise, Carrie. Lantern let me go live first. I promise I'll keep it, about an hour and a half. I told Lantern 2 hours back. Lantern was nice and let me go first, so I didn't steal anyone. I said, Lantern. I said, I don't know. I said, people may be angry. And he's like, no. He's like, go live, Fears. And I went, all right, because apparently Lantern said he's gonna go very, very, very late. I said, well, thanks, Lantern. I said, I'll try to keep it like an hour and a half. So yeah. So I promise you guys, I did not steal Lanterns. I would never do that to him. Lantern and me were talking. He goes, you can go live, Fears. And I went, oh, well, thanks, Lantern. So that's how cool Lantern is, Lantern cares about his friends. I care about Lantern. Lantern's an awesome guy. Lantern's an awesome friend. So, yeah. Let's see here. Shout out to the chat. Let's see. Fish Fry says, what's going on? Yo, Visions, what's up? He says, yo. What's up, buddy? So, Vision, it's going to be hard to pick between your videos. You got a bunch of good ones, but you don't have 10 yet. So I was like, all right. I said, I'll do like the top 3. One of them, you already know what I'm going to pick, Visions. Fears, watch Sleepaway Camp. Even though it's a live, it counts. You know, it doesn't matter if it's a live or a video. That one's one of my favorites. So that one's like top high on the list, my friend. You know what I'm saying? All right. Let's see here. So, bada bing, bada boom. All right, let's see. What's up, Carrie? Carrie, one day I'll come on your show. I promise, Carrie. I was just kind of tired. I was having a little bit of a nap. I was really tired, Carrie. I was kind of tired today. I slept a lot today. I'll tell you guys about my day in just a minute. I'm trying to get through the chat, y'all. That's right, y'all. No, I'm not gonna time him out, Kate. I'm not gonna time. I'm not gonna time him out. I'm not gonna call him until next weekend, but I'm not gonna time him out. I promise. Kate says, I love gender relations. Well, Kate, why? Like, if me and you got together, it would be chauvinistic of me. Like, hey, get your ass in there and always do the dishes. No. Hey, Fears, get off your ass and you do some dishes too. Teamwork. Teamwork. Teamwork, teamwork, teamwork. So, yeah. Teamwork, teamwork, teamwork. Let's see. Fish Fry says, I don't know why we have time slots, to be honest. Zach, Lantern, Dave, Carrie, Fierce should be able to stream whenever they want if people got stuff to do. True. But everybody loves Lantern, Fish Fry. And so, you know, we try to cut Lantern some slack. Let him go first because he only has Thursday in front of him. But Lantern, I swear, Scout's honor, Lantern let me go first tonight. It was very nice of him. And I said, Lantern, that's very nice. You're a good friend. And I said, like I said, I'll try to keep it like an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours max, Lantern. I said, I'm not going like 5, 6, 7, 8 hours. I said, Lantern, I will leave that in your viable hands, my friend. So yeah, it would be free markets and capitalism don't have much to do with stream. Yeah, I mean, I get it, but everyone tries to be fair and gets in their own stuff. You know what I'm saying? Which is nice. So yeah. I heard about Chuck Norris passing away. The great Chuck. He passed away, so R.I.P. Chuck. The ghost of Chuck Norris is in here. He says, what's up, new chatter? Big time movie fan, also love karate and fishing. That you did. And you loved cowboy hats. So, yeah. R.I.P. Chuck Norris. You were the man. You still are the man, dude. Big old Chuck Norris. It has everything to do with streaming because these are business ventures. Not necessarily, Kate. I wouldn't consider mine a business venture. I highly doubt that my live streams or my vlogs or my channels will ever take off. I'm surprised I hit 3,000. I appreciate it. I love it, you know, because I hit 3,000 and you guys are awesome. But I highly doubt I'll ever get to 10,000, let alone 100,000 or Mr. Beast or not even Mr. Beast. Not even like Roman Atwood or, well, actually, I don't watch him anymore, so fuck Roman Atwood. Not even Casey Neistat. I doubt Fears. If I ever got to 10,000, I would be astounded. Astounded. I'd be like, wow, 10,000. So, we're a quarter of a way there because I hit 3,000 on my main channel. So, there we are. But I don't consider it a business venture, Kate. That's just me. This channel will project Zach into stardom along with the likes of Mr. Beast and Casey Neistat. Well, that's nice of you to say. I mean, I wish all of my friends massive luck on their channel. Not just me. I wish Zach the best of luck. Dave's a rockin' on his channel. You know, Dave's getting more subs. You know, wonderful, sweet Tina. She's over 50, so that's halfway to 100. So hell yeah, Tina. So I wish everybody the best of luck. You know, but do I ever see myself getting big numbers? No. Again, like I said, I'm astounded that I hit 3,000. Astounded. Well, here, let's go and see what's the sub count up to now. Okay, so on Fears Vlogs, we're so close to hitting 2,000. On let's see, on the Fears Man front. Let me have a look. Let me see here. Let me go to the astounded that I hit 3,000. Let me go to the YouTube Studios. What's the sub count up to now? What's the sub count up to now? Let's see. Okay, so on Fears Vlogs, we're so close to hitting 2,000. That we are. On all right, let's see. We are at. Let's see here. On the Fears Man front. On the Fears Man front, that's right. We are up to. I forgot to minimize it. On the Fears Man front, we are up to 3,045. Nice. So I've gained a couple more subs. It says in the last 28 days, Fears Man 26 has gained 55 new subs. Nice. Okay, there we are. And then on Fears Vlogs, we're only a couple away from 2,000. We're not there yet. We are at, let me have a look. We are at 1,998. So we're getting there. We're definitely getting there. We're seconds away. So there you are. There you are. All right, back to the chat. So we're getting there. We're getting there. But yeah, I doubt. I'm telling you, Kate, if I ever hit 10,000, I would be astounded. I mean, it would be fun. It'd be awesome. But again, I don't think I'm ever going to hit 10,000. I just try to be real with you guys. Because I used to lie a lot, and I don't want to lie anymore. I seriously doubt if I hit 10,000, I would let you guys know. Right? I'd be like, oh, wow, shit, I was wrong. I hit 10,000. Way to go. But if I never get there, I'm fine with that. So, yeah. Let's see, where did I leave off? Let's see. Hey, Mr. Lantern, you seem like a pillar of the community. This Fears guy won't stop talking about you. Oh, he is. He is the ghost of Chuck Norris. He is, without a doubt, the highest of the community. Lantern gets the most respect. Lantern gets the most views. Lantern gets the most fame in these two eyes. So, yeah. So, that's right, y'all. That's right. So, I would say Lantern is he's the El Capitano of the community. Let's see, where did I leave off? That's right, Ghost of Chuck Norris. Oh, yeah, you tell him, Lantern. Kate's trying to pull up the Clinton suit. The what? I don't know what you guys are on about. Thanks, that means a lot. Yeah, R.I.P. Chuck Norris, you were the best. Still are the best, man. I haven't seen all of your movies. Me and my dad watched Delta Force. Delta Force kicks ass. Kicks ass. It's amazing. Delta Force. I mean, it's going nuts. It's great. Delta Force is a rockin'. Visions, I hope your internet gets fixed, because he said by Friday his internet would be rockin'. I hope it's there, Visions. Let's see. Zach says, keep pumping out that content consistently. I'll try. I'm not as consistent. I'm consistent with the lives. But Zach, you are right. I need to be consistent with the lives. And I need to be consistent with the vlogs. So yeah. So I shall do my very best. Let's see. Mr. Lantern should get into social media marketing. He seems... Oh yeah. Lantern would be kick-ass in social... Like, get him a marketing job. Lantern would be all over that social media shit like that. I kid you not. Oh yeah. Let's see. What's up, Lark? Lark, I haven't seen you in my chat in forever. Good to see. He says, Mr. Chuck, so sorry to hear of your passing, but nice to see your specter here in Fears' chat tonight. That's right, y'all. I hope the afterlife is treating you well. R.I.P. Well, hopefully my dad is chatting away with Mr. Chuck Norris, because my dad loved Chuck Norris. You know, Chuck Norris was also funny, too. He was also in Dodgeball with Vince Vaughn. He gives the final determination. He's like, let him play Dodgeball. And he goes, we have one more vote. And all of a sudden it cuts to Chuck Norris, and he's all like, let him play. And he's like, thank you, Chuck Norris. And he gives him a little, karate chop. And he's like, thank you, Peter. So Chuck Norris definitely had the acting chops. He had the karate chops. He was also in Sidekick. That's a good movie. Or I'm sorry, not Sidekicks with an S, excuse me. And he was really funny in that. Kicked the shit out of the guy at the end. And the guy that plays like the villain, he was also on Star Trek. He's a stand-up comic. I forgot his name, But that guy's had his hands in a whole bunch of pies. So there you are. Lark says, well, hey, y'all. Howdy, Lantern. Hey, Kate. That's the ticket to YouTube success. I agree, Zach. You got to keep pumping it out. Let's see. I agree as well, Fish Fry. I'm trying to run through the chat. Hit that like and subscribe button. Well, thank you. Yes. Let's get him to 5,000 subs. That would be nice. And you know what would be even more nice? To the older members of the community, Richie has been trying to hit 5,000 forever. So it'd be great if I hit 5,000 first. Like, be sure to hit that YouTube subscribe button so I can hit 5,000. Richie, I had to do it. That's my my impression of Richie. Because Richie just sits there. At least I do a show. Richie's just like, hey, YouTube. And then he stares at the screen for 10, 15, 20 minutes. And I'm like, you're not going to get views if you're just like that on the screen. So it'd be awesome if I hit 5,000 before Richie. But yeah, let's worry about 5,000 first before Fears even thinks about 10,000. Which, again, you guys can rewind in YouTube history. I seriously doubt I will hit 10,000. If I do, I will eat my words and I'm like, hey guys, refer back to this video. And I'm like, never mind, I stand corrected. So, future Fears, if you hit 10,000 on Scout's honor, I am eating my words right now. If I don't hit 10,000, then I'm going to tell future Fears, hey, see, I told you. I told you. So, we'll see. All 3 vlogs were from yesterday. Oh, nice. Well, I kind of whizzed through them, Zach, because I needed to catch up on the old Zach vlogs. Let's see. Fears just needs to get on the Joe Rogan podcast. I've watched his podcast, Fish Fry. I've never been on it, but I wouldn't mind being on there. I love going on other people's podcasts. Like I love going on Lantern's podcast, like Zach kind of has a podcast, whenever he does the Sunday shows. So I like going on other people's shows. I like doing mine. Zach said he can't stream on Sunday, so I'm taking over on Sunday. So I'll do a nice, big, long 2-3 hour stream, pick up the slack. So yeah. So there it is. It sucks the life out of me, but I'm dedicated to hard work. So am I, Zach. I just don't think I'll ever hit 10,000. I could be wrong, I bet Chuck is teaching your dad some sweet moves. R.I.P. Fear Senior. Well, he already has some sweet moves, Fish Fry, but that's very nice of you to say. Not only did my dad, whenever I was young, my dad took karate with me. That's how cool my dad was. I didn't get to finish it, though. We did karate for 3 or 4 years, and then I had to quit because we had to move. Because my dad got a promotion in his job, and we moved from St. Louis to O'Fallon, and then O'Fallon to Wentzville, Missouri. So we could have brought it back up, but then I got into middle school, and I started playing sports, and then high school. So I got all the way to, white, yellow. We did Taekwondo, so I did white, yellow, green. I think I got to my green, and my dad got either to his yellow or his green belt because he had to work a lot. So I only got to my green belt, but it was fun. So not only did he do that, Fish Fry, but my dad already had a whole bunch of moves because he was in the military for like 10 years. And they teach you a whole bunch of moves in the military. So my dad was already kicking ass and taking names. But yeah, hopefully he gets to meet the old Chuck Meister. And he's like, whoa, Chuck. John Fear Sr., big fan. Because my dad watched a lot of Chuck Norris. He loved Walker, Texas Ranger. Who didn't? He's got the trench coat on. He's got the hat. Doing the karate moves. And he's pulling out the gun. Shooting motherfuckers. Going nuts. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. Oh, yeah. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. What's up, Strong Bear? What's up? What's up, Dave? Dave, I finally got to watch it, buddy. Finally, buddy. And Dave, you were not kidding. Oh, shit. It's an old one. It's very old. When did they make this movie? 1970. But damn, Dave, this was a goodie. This was a goodie. And it's got that guy from Days of Our Lives. They still haven't killed off his character yet. All right, I'm caught up on the chat. Let's see. You're welcome, Kate. You're in the description. You better watch them all and give Zach a review, Kate. All right. So, let me get going here because I've only got an hour and a half. And then you guys can tune in to Mr. Lambie. All right. So here we go. Was that you, Siri? I forgot to turn off my Siri. She went, You'll love the intro theme song. I did get a copyright claim. Yeah, but who cares, Zach? I use copyright music all the time. Whenever that happens, you're not in trouble, Zach. You just can't get any of that YouTube money. And I'm like, who gives a shit? I'm using this music for this vlog. Other times I use copyright free. If I'm like, yeah, I'll make some money off this one. But if I'm determined to use that song, I'm like, who gives a shit? And I put the music on there. So you're not getting a strike. They're just saying, hey, we want to let you know you used copyright music and you're not going to get paid for this video. And sometimes I'm like, whatever. Other times I do care. Other times I don't give a shit. I'm just like, all right, if I'm determined to use that fucking song, I'm using that fucking song. You know? It just depends on my mood. All right, time for a coffee review. All right. The latest and the greatest. This YouTube video is brought to you by Bourbon Black Rifle Coffee. My favorite type of coffee. Oh my God. You guys need to invest in that company. Their company is great. I love their coffee. It's strong. It wakes you up. It's amazing. And they're always coming out with new brands of it. So I've never tried the bourbon, so we'll try it right now. So Black Rifle Coffee. Bourbon style, y'all. Review. All right. All right. Oh, hang on. There we go. All right. Time for a coffee review. Here we go. Coffee first. All right. It's very strong. So very strong, which I like. I like strong coffee. Very strong. Not the best taste in the world, but not the worst taste. So it's not my favorite tasting coffee, but not the worst. So I'm going to put down interesting taste. It's still good, though. I will say that. It's still good. It's still good coffee. It's still good coffee. Would I recommend it? I'll be honest, there's better tasting ones out there, but it's not the worst. So I'm going to say drink it if you want. So drink it if you want. I'm going to give it a solid 8 out of 10. Because again, it's got kind of a weird taste to it. It's still good though. It's still good. It's just got kind of a weird taste. I'm going to give it a solid 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. What else? Very, very strong coffee. Not decaf. It's not decaf whatsoever. So not decaf. And I usually don't drink decaf coffee. I like the strong stuff. Because Fears is usually tired from work, and I'm like, oh, I gotta edit, and I gotta do a stream today. So I love my coffee. I need my coffee. You guys know. You guys have watched me for years on end. You know, Fears gets very irritable. I get very mad if I don't have a significant amount of sleep and my coffee. You guys do not want to be around Fears if I don't have my coffee in me and I don't get enough sleep. I'll be like, oh, God, leave me alone. Let me drink my coffee in peace. Fears gets very irritable without those two things. Most Americans are like that. If you don't get enough sleep or you don't have your coffee, people get very grumpy. So, yeah. I wouldn't say mad. I get very grumpy. Grumpy is a good word. So, yeah. Anyway. Yo, Pretend Stories. What's up? Oh, wow. Pretend Stories is going nuts on Kate. Well, shame on you, Pretend Stories. He says, Fangirl Kate, you're not my friend. You are, oh, I'm sorry, I misread that. You're family. Okay, so he's not making fun of her. My bad, never mind, I misread it. My bad. I thought, Pretend Stories, I thought you were starting some drama, y'all. Anyway, well, that's good. You're family. That's good. That's good. Kate, I had your back. I thought, oh, no one's going nuts on Kate. So, yeah. All right. Dave says, we're all a dysfunctional family. Yeah, I guess so. I guess. There's happy times, there's good times, there's crazy times. People are going nuts. People are getting mad, people are going ballistic. So far things are nice and calm. Let's keep them nice and calm. It's no drama. Everything's going good right now. So yeah. Which is funny because without my coffee, I don't give a fuck about anything. Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, without my coffee, I don't give a fuck. If I don't have, again, Lark, or as Yak would say, Lark. I need my coffee and I need my sleep. If I just have sleep, then I'm okay. I'm in an okay mood. But as long as I have coffee in at least 6 hours, then I'm good. As long as I don't even need 8 hours. As long as Fears gets at least 6 hours undisturbed, which I usually sleep during the day and then wake up later, and I have my coffee, then I'm good. So there you are. It does have a weird taste to it, but it's still good coffee. I'm not gonna say it's the worst. It's not the worst coffee. It's got that weird bourbon taste, but it's all right. So not decaf. 8 out of 10. All right. Next, I've never tried these honey bun jumbos. I've had different types of honey buns, but I've never had the Hostess kind. So I'm just gonna take one bite. I'm gonna save the rest for later. So yeah. So honey bun jumbo review. I got it at the gas station. I was like, that'll make a good review. So review. Yo, shrimp. What's up, y'all? I like light roast coffee. I'll drink it if I have to, Kate. I like the strong stuff. Like when I went and did my taxes, damn, that coffee was good. But it was light. I was like, is it light? Is it heavy? She goes, oh no. She goes, it's not decaf, but she goes, it's light coffee. I said, oh, okay. Still pretty good. I already did a review on it. It's already on my channel on, I think I put it on Fears Vlogs. It's under the shorts. So it's either under the shorts, that tax, I just wrote tax office coffee review. It's either in the shorts on my vlog channel or shorts on my main channel. Check it out. I already gave it a good review, Kate. It's already, so I like light, but I prefer the dark. Dark roast, strong coffee. It's a rockin'. It's a rockin' and a shockin', my friends. But I'll drink light coffee if I have to. But yeah, let's see. Strong Bear says, hey, shrimp. Shout out to Mr. Lantern. All right, now. All right, so let's do this review. I'm trying to whiz through this stuff. All right, here we go. I've never tried one of these. I've tried different types of honey buns, but not this actual product. So yeah, all right, here we go. Okay. Very sweet. Lots of icing on it. Lots of icing on it. It's got like a cake thing, you know, in the inside. So lots of cake inside. Very sweet taste. Good taste. It definitely has a good taste. Good taste. I'm gonna give it a big thumbs up for a first time trying. I've never had this, so I'm just gonna put this like that. I'm gonna have the rest later. Save the rest for later. Good taste. Pixel, I'm sorry. Whenever you get this book, when anybody gets a podcast book, my handwriting is chicken scratch. I can read it. Hopefully the fans can read it if you ever get one. So, Kate, if you ever want one, let me know. D-Man gets the next one. D-Man, you guys got to be quick. D-Man said, Fears, I'm already calling dibs. And I was like, what the hell are you on about? He goes, oh no, Fears, as soon as you get Pixels done, I'm next. I went, oh, on the podcast book? He goes, oh yeah. He goes, fuck everybody else. It's me. I'm next. And I went, all right, sounds good, D-Man. I got you. And he goes, yeah, I called dibs. I want one. He goes, Fears, I've been wanting one for years. I'm like, I can do it. I said, you call dibs, D-Man. It's yours. I'm like, you got it. So D-Man gets the next one. So you guys can fight over whoever gets the next one after D-Man. So there you are. There you are. So Dave, if you want the next one, because James has already got one. Tina's already got one. So, Dave, if you want the next one, you let me know, buddy. All right, let's see here. Very sweet taste, lots of icing on it. There's lots of cake inside, good taste. Would I recommend it? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So, I totally recommend it. It's like a donut. It's not a donut. It's donut-like. That's what I'll say. Donut-like. And you guys know, Fears only likes one donut. It's this mom and pop's place. If you guys ever go to downtown St. Louis, you're in for a treat. It's just like Emo's. It's just as good as Emo's. So the best pizza in downtown St. Louis is Emo's Pizza. Visions, you got to try it. You do a lot of traveling. Visions has actually been to Wentzville. He called me up. He's like, hey, Fears, guess where I am right now? And I was like, where? He's like, I'm in one of your hometowns. I was like, get out of here. I'm like, no, you're not. He's like, yeah, we're passing through. That was him and his ex-girlfriend. Shame on his ex-girlfriend for never sending me any fan mail. His new girlfriend, Piss, very sweet. I've already gotten a fan letter. Piss, you rock. You're awesome. So, hell yeah. So, I'm telling you, Visions, if you guys are ever in the St. Louis area, I shit you not, the best donuts, it's called Donut Delight. They only have 2 locations. There's one, I believe, in St. Charles, Missouri, and the original one is in downtown St. Louis. Oh my God. They have the best donuts of all kinds. So Visions, the next time you're there, yep, Visions says, yep. Hell yeah, buddy, I got your back. Visions, I'm telling you, it'll blow any donut you've ever eaten before out of the waters. I shit you not. They're like an old mom and pop's place. I think the original Donut Delight has been there since the 50s or 60s. My grandpa used to go there. My grandpa Fears and my grandma Fears used to go there like sometimes on Saturdays, definitely after church on Sunday, because the donuts were that good. So if you guys are ever in the St. Louis area and you want a sweet little treat, Donut Delight. Donut Delight it up. I go there all the time whenever I'm in town. I'm like, Mom, we got to Donut Delight it up and we got to Emo's it up. And my mom's like, yeah, we can do that. I'm like, no, we're doing it. So yeah. So, oh yeah. My mom loves them. I love them. My brother is obsessed with Donut Delight. They're good. They're that good. So I'm going to write down donut like, but then I'm going to write Donut Delight is way better. Donut Delight is better. And I'm so jazzed that we have 2 locations now. Because at first we only had 1 location. And I think they did that because people were sick and tired of, if you live in Wentzville, you have to drive all, like your ass, all the way an hour away down into the city just to get some Donut Delight. Now there's one, it's either in St. Charles or, let's find out. It's St. Charles or Warrington. I can't remember. My mom has one closer to her because Donut Delight is the fucking shit. It's amazing. Let's find out. Hey, Meta, in St. Louis, there's 2 locations of the Donut Delight donut shop. One's in downtown St. Louis. Where's the other one located?
Unfortunately, I don't have the exact location of the second Donut Delight shop.
You little bitch! You should know it. I'm just joking. I'll find out. The other one's closer to my mom. You guys can Google it. There's 2 locations. So, yeah. All right. Let me catch up on the chat here. Let's see. Wait, Chuck passed? He did. You know what? Let's ask Meta, because I forgot what I know he died. I saw it on Facebook today, but I don't know what he died of. So, yeah. Hey, Meta.
What's up?
Chuck Norris passed away recently. What did he pass away of?
Chuck Norris recently passed away at the age of 86 due to an undisclosed cause. He died peacefully surrounded by his family after a sudden medical emergency in Hawaii. The Norris family has chosen to keep the exact circumstances private.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, that's their choice. So, but hey, at least he died like in a kick-ass place, Hawaii, and he had his friends and his family around him. Well, it's a shame that he passed away, but at least he passed away with all of his friends and all of his family. And hell, he passed away in Hawaii, one of the most beautiful states we have. So, yeah. Oh, I also loved it the other day. Rob, Too Tall Rob, man, he was running his mouth and he said, "Oh, Fears doesn't even know where I live." And Zach, I hate to say it, he pulled a fast one on you too. I think he said Minnesota or Montana. He goes, "Yeah, I told Zach I live in Montana or Minnesota." He goes, "I guarantee you, Fears doesn't know where that is." I'm like, "I know that Montana's a state, you idiot." And he goes, "I really live in Canada." So you're not pulling any little fast moves on Fears. I know Montana's a state. I know Canada's a country, you fucking idiot. He thinks he's a clever little bastard, and he has zero brain power. I'm just saying. He was running his mouth though, but anyway, let's continue on. So I'm like, yeah, I know the difference. I know the difference. Anyway. But yeah. So apparently he passed away to circumstances that he doesn't want to, reveal to the public, which is his choice. So yeah. Vision says, "I don't know. She's black. I can't pronounce it." No worries, buddy. No worries. No worries. But when you guys are traveling, Visions, I'm telling you, Donut Delight and Emos It Up. They're both good. They are both good. Let's see. Well, you just roundhouse kick your way into the afterlife. There you go. But R.I.P., man. He was a great actor. Great actor. Fantastic actor. I didn't even know he was sick. I didn't know either, Visions. When I woke up, after work and stuff and after I slept, I was checking my Facebook and I was uploading some pictures that my mom sent me and all that. I just saw it all over Facebook. I was like, wait, Chuck Norris? I was like, damn, that sucks. So yeah. Anyway, my new shirt, Dare. I used to have one of these when I was a kid, and I got rid of it because I guess it got too small or whatever. I got a free one because Fears was in the Dare program as a kid. I think we all were. And then I saw this exact shirt at Walmart, and it was like $8. I was like, time to bring back the 90s, y'all. Because Fears is very nostalgic, So I had a great childhood. And I missed some things from my childhood. I was like, let's Dare program it up once again, Fears. And so I bought it. $8. $8. Oh, yeah. All right. Let me continue on with the chat here. Monsters tell their... okay. My last sunset before I passed was beautiful. Well, I can imagine. Hawaii's got some great sunsets, as people have told me. I've never been there. I can't wait to go. I would love to do a vlog on the Hawaiian Islands. That's where they shot most of Jurassic Park 1. Most of it. And because I've seen YouTubers do all the movie locations, they shot primarily on the big island of Hawaii, and then they shot a couple of scenes on a smaller island, and then they shot the rest of it on LA sets, like in a big kind of warehouse set. They recreated the part where the visitor center tour thing comes out of there's a tunnel, and they recreated the tunnel. It comes out of the tunnel, and you see the massive fence, and it's like the Tyrannosaurus area. I forgot what the British guy calls it. They're entering the Tyrannosaur product or whatever. And they recreated that, and they had rain going, and you guys have seen it. And the kids look up, and they're like, oh, shit. And the Tyrannosaurus mouth, goes through the sunroof, and it's a great scene. You guys should check it out. It's a good movie. The sequels, they're getting kind of nuts. I think they're up to their 9th sequel or their 10th sequel. I'm like, time to let it die. Jurassic Park 1, 2, and 3 were good. 3's kind of, it's on the fence for me, but Jurassic Park 1 and 2, Fears is going to give a big thumbs up. And Jurassic World was all right, because I like Chris Pratt as an actor. I think he would make a great young version of a young Indiana Jones. Before the dude exited the community, he's like, Fears, really? A young Indiana Jones? I'm like, well, you know how much I love Indiana Jones. He's like, Fears, that would be the worst idea ever. I'm like, you think so? I don't think so, because eventually Harrison Ford is going to pass away. Pass it off to Chris Pratt. He already pulled off Mario. If he can pull off Mario, a animated video game character, he can pull off an Indiana Jones. I'm just saying. That's me. Anyway. Zach says, aloha, Chuck. That's right. Because if you're going to die, why not in a beautiful paradise? Hawaii. I'd love to go there one day. I don't care what island, just as long as I get to Hawaii at least once in my life. Lantern, thanks for that super chat donation. I'm keeping an eye on my time, Lantern. I've been going for about a half an hour now. Let's see. Almost an hour. 59 minutes, excuse me. So I've got about, I said I would go for an hour and a half, up to 2 hours. And that's it. And then it's all ladder. So if I don't get to everything, I'll save whatever I don't get to for tomorrow, y'all. Let's see here. I think Heaven has a lot of shrimp. They better, because Fears Man loves some shrimp. When Sega was here, I took him to that it's not really a buffet. You go upstairs in the Polynesian, they bring the buffet to you. I thought it was a buffet where you just pay and you go up and you get yourself a salad. They're like, oh no. They're like, you guys sit here and we bring you. So they brought us a salad and we tried the salad, and then they brought us like what is it? The appetizers. It was a full course meal. I was full after that. I looked at Sega. I was like, Sega, I don't know about you, but I've had enough for my lunch. I'm like, I don't need dinner. I think maybe I got a soda at Disney because it was so damn hot that day, but that's about it. And Sega's like, oh, I'll grab a soda, Fears, but I didn't get dinner that day. They had a salad to start off with. Then they had an appetizer. Then after the appetizer, they had the main entry, and then they had dessert. By that time, I was like, I'm good. I'm done. And I barely had dessert. But I took 1 or 2 bites for the vlog. But by that time, I was like, Sega, just film me. I'm going to do 1 or 2 bites of this dessert, and then I'm done. Because I don't like to overeat. And I was like, I'm full, dude. I am fucking full. That's right, Zach. Bubba Gump Shrimp Company. Bubba Gump. We got like 12 boats. Oh, wait. He goes, we got a bunch of boats. 12 Jennies. You know? We even have hats. Bubba Gump Shrimp. It's a household name, y'all. Shout out to Tom Hanks. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right, let's move on. So, do I recommend the donut-like thing? Well, for first trying, I've had lots of Hostess products, but I've never tried their glaze. My favorite Hostess product, I'm a Twinkie guy. I love Twinkies. So, at some point, I'm going to grab a Twinkie, and I'll do that review. But I've never tried this. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, let's continue on. Let's see here. What should we start with? Well, Dave, since Visions and Dave recommended this first before Dave recommended this, Dave Visions, fucking amazing film. It's old. Let's see, when did they make this? I think the Blu-ray came out 2005, 2006, but they made it, I think, in the 60s. Hang on. Oh, wait, here it is. 172 minutes, 1963. But damn, is it a good movie. Watch it again, Visions. Dave, watch it again. And it's based on a true story. Hell yeah. I always really like true stories. So, hell yeah. All right, here we go. The Great Escape. It's my first Steve McQueen movie. And I'm going to give it a big thumbs up. So, the Great Escape. So, first note, true story. And I've said it many times before. I like all the made-up bullshit, Star Wars, Star Trek. But I think real life is way better than all the bullshit that they make up in Hollywood. I've always been like that, ever since I started watching movies. Don't get me wrong, I like the time travel and the Goonies and the Indiana Jones swinging from ropes and all the other bullshit. But I think real life is 10 times better than all the shit they make up. So, based on a true story, in the original story, only about I think the compound was bigger. They had like 10,000 people, and I think the original story, I think 250 got out. In this story, they made the compound a little smaller, for the set, and they said we want to get 250 out. Only 50 people made it in this. And at the beginning of the story, they said, due to Hollywood, we've changed some things, but the original story of how they got out, like the actual escape plan, is 100% the truth. So they switched around a few things, but not much. But they said the actual escape plan that they came up with is 100% the truth. Yeah. let's see. Steve McQueen was in the original Blob. Well, then I need to see that, Dave, because I've watched the 80s version, and the 80s version of the Blob is fan-fucking-tastic. So I need to see the original. Same thing with Invasions of the Body Snatchers. The 70s version is awesome. It's awesome. I love it. I need to see the 50s one, and I got it right over here. I got the 50s version of Invasion of the Body Snatchers. I just haven't had time to watch it. So yeah. Let's see. I'm sure Fears loves a good book. I do. Every once in a while. I don't mind reading. I like movies more, but I'm just being honest. But I like a good book at some point, you know. I get the thing is with me with books is I'll read about half of it and then I get bored and then I put it away and then I'll watch a movie. I need to finish it. So the last book I read was a Lord Randall book. Visions challenged me. He's like, Fears, read one of your best friend's book. I said, okay, I will. So, and that was a good read. It was a really good read. All right, back to Steve McQueen. Here we go. So The Great Escape, true story. Lots of action. They did switch up a few things, but they even say it in the movie. At the very beginning of the movie, in red letters, they said, it is based on a true story. They said, we've changed some things, but they said the original escape route is 100% the truth, and we left that in there exactly how they did it. And I said, okay, fair enough. So they did switch some things up for Hollywood. So lots of action, switched a few things up. Lots of cameo. Visions Charles Bronson is in this. A young Charles Bronson. So he did this movie way before the guy, you know, the Death Wish. Which I asked my mom, my dad watched all the Death Wish. I said, hey, Mom, was Dad a Charles Bronson fan? She goes, oh, yeah. I went, okay, I'm just making sure. I said, my buddy told me about this thing called Death Wish, and I had never seen him up until Visions told me about it. If you guys get a chance, Charles Bronson, Death Wish. 4 and 5, they get kind of wacky, but the first 3 are fantastic. But I watched all 5 of them. So, great series. So, a few cameos. Charles Bronson. Donald Pleasance is in it. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Me and Steve McQueen used to smoke weed. Nice. My favorite book is The Hungry, Hungry Caterpillar. Vision said, I'm reading The Hobbit currently. Oh, there you go. Nice. Fish Fry says, good choice, Visions. Oh, yeah. I need to finish. I started reading Steve-O's second book, The Sober Steve-O. Because the first book he wrote, I think he was still on tons of drugs. But the second book, he's been sober now for, I think, 10 years. Around there. So that's good. My favorite book as a kid, it's a classic. I have read The Hungry Caterpillar, so Visions, I'm right in there with you. My favorite book, though, as a kid, there was 2 books. The Cloudy with a Chance of Meatball, and then, what was the other one? Hang on, I've got the other one on my Facebook. What was the other one? I have to refresh my memory. Me and my mom read Cloudy with a Chance of Meatball probably well over 1,000 times. That was my favorite book as a kid. When I was younger, it was what's the one where the kids got like a purple that one I read a lot younger. The Harold and the Purple Crayon or whatever the hell his name is, but that's not my favorite book. I had 2 growing up. One was Cloudy with a Chance of Meatball. Let me go to my album with all my books in it on my Facebook. What was the other one? Hang on. Oh, where is it? I think it's in this. Let's see. Yeah, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatball. And then, what was the other one? Oh, The Wizard of Oz, excuse me. So yeah, I've read a lot of Wizard of Oz when I was a kid and Cloudy with a Chance of Meatball. If I had to pick 2 others I read a lot as a kid, A Christmas Carol for sure and Sleepy Hollow. So yeah, I just couldn't remember the Wizard of Oz. But yeah, those 4 I read a lot. Christmas Carol, Sleepy Hollow, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, and The Wizard of Oz. The original story of The Wizard of Oz. So yeah, I just couldn't remember the other one. All good ones. All good ones. All right. So let's back to this. True story, lots of action. A few cameos. Let's see here. Great acting. I'm gonna write down an oldie but a goodie. An oldie but a goodie. I'd say my favorite scene. Let's see, my two favorite scenes. I love it. There's not one shot I love it. Probably when Steve McQueen is just fucking with the guards. He's like, I don't care. Like, I don't care if I get in trouble. And they open up this like solitary confinement. And he's like, yeah, whatever. I don't give a shit. And he just takes his. He likes baseball, and he just sits down. He's like, yeah, whatever. You can kiss my ass. And he just starts playing. He throws the ball up against the wall, and it bounces back, and he catches it because he's trying to find. They're only in the prison for like 20 seconds, and he's already walking the perimeter, and he's all like, already getting ideas like, well, this way could be a good way to get out. That way's not a good way to get out. And you just see his eyes looking back and forth. So that's probably my second favorite scene, and he gets in trouble like right away, and then they put him in the solitary confinement. Because he's already coming up with ideas like, prison sucks, yeah, fuck these guards. I'm already going to come up with tons of ideas. And within a couple of scenes, he's already in trouble in solitary confinement. But I like that he's already got his brain working like, all right, there's a fence here. I can't go that way. Maybe we could tunnel. No, that's not an option. Oh, this will be an option. Oh, I'll do this. So within 20 seconds, he's already like, yeah, fuck these people. I'm getting out of here. And he's already coming up with ideas. That's my second favorite scene. So 20 seconds, already in trouble. And in the movie, he goes into solitary confinement like a bunch, because he's like, I don't care if I'm in prison. Like, fuck you, Germans, and like he's pissed. He's like, I don't want to be in here. Like, yeah, fuck you guys. I'm getting out. Trust me, I'm getting out. You know. So that's probably my second favorite scene. My favorite scene. It's hard because they're so good. Probably all the motorcycle scenes that Steve McQueen's on, those are great. And then whenever Charles Bronson, like he plays a character, Danny, he's afraid of like small, he's claustrophobic, basically. And his buddy is like, don't worry, Danny, like, just keep going. Like we got limited time. I'll help you out. Don't worry. And so him and his buddy helps Danny get out. And then they get out, and then they make it to the trees. So I'd say the helping Danny scene is probably my favorite scene. So helping Danny through the tunnel. That's a good scene. I do recommend it. It is amazing. You recommend it. I'm going to give it, it's almost a perfect film. It takes a lot for Fears to, because I always analyze a bunch of film. It takes a lot to give it a 10 out of 10. I'm going to give it a solid 9 point. I'm going to give it a 9.8 out of 10. It was pretty damn good. 9.8 out of 10. Watch it, my friends. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's see here. Did you see the new album? No, let's see. Oh, yeah, I need to listen, Chuck. People say it's dank. It's great. Listening now. They put him in the cooler. Absolutely, Dave. I forgot what it's called, but it's solitary confinement, but they call it the cooler because it's all these. They open the door and it's all these gray walls. There's not even a bed in there. So he just has to sit on the floor, and he just takes his baseball and his glove and he throws the ball up against the wall. So it's not pretty in there. I was like, oh, you would think they'd have some type of bed in there. Nope. So yeah. But they call it the cooler. So yeah. I like that they just dropped news of the guy and an album on the same day. Yeah? It was weird. I was like, you would think Chuck Norris would have like lived longer, because that guy was in perfect health, supposedly, and he was in great physical shape because he worked out, he did karate, He's been in what? How many films? Let me see how many films he's been in. I guarantee it's over 100. He did a lot of film work and a lot of television work. Hey, Meta, since Chuck Norris's passing, how many total films did he do in his career?
Chuck Norris has around 24 feature films to his name, spanning from 1968 to 2025. But if we look at his total film and TV credits, it's around 69.
Okay, so I was close. So he didn't do 100, but 69, that's pretty damn close. I can't believe that. I would have thought he's done so much television and so many movies. You would have thought he would have had up to 100 or over 100. So I stand corrected. But 69 film roles, that's not to tarnish. I mean, that's great. That's fucking amazing. So yeah. How many film roles does Fears have? Technically one, because I was in the documentary of my friend's contamination convention. I think you guys have seen that. If not, Visions, whenever you hang out, I'll take a documentary. That's considered a film. So Fears has one film to his name. I make a couple cameos in it. And I was like, hell yeah. Thanks, Dave. Thanks for getting me in the contamination convention documentary. He's like, hey, Fears. He goes, you are a loyal and loving friend. You've been to every contamination. I only missed one because I didn't know about it in St. Louis until my friend told me. So I went to Contamination Comic-Con from the 2nd to the 6th, and I only missed the first one. He's like, oh yeah, Fierce, I'm definitely getting you in that movie. And I was like, sweet. Hell yeah. So yeah. You can't roundhouse death, unfortunately. I wish, Visions. That's the only part about life I hate. Because eventually, all your friends, all your family, and eventually you are going to die at some point. I hate it. I hate that. You know? But the good part about it is, I know you're not into heaven and you're not into like religion, visions, and I respect you for that. You know, people are entitled to their opinion. I am a Christian though. Hopefully I get to see my dad again someday. That's what keeps me going. And Grandpa Fears and all my friends that passed away. My friend Andrew that got hit by a drunk driver. And he was on his way to work. He was like one of the most nicest friends I had growing up in middle school and high school. Very nice guy. And he just got hit. He was on his way to work. And he was walking to work because he didn't have enough money for a car. And he was saving up. And I remember his mom saying he almost had enough for a car. And he was also saving up for an apartment. And I was like, man, that sucks. So it sucks. But you just have to do the best with what God give you while you're here. You got to keep the fun times a rocking, you know, and do your best. So whenever you do die, then you can like die happily and peacefully, and you can look upon your legacy or whatever you want to call it. All right, let's see. What's next? How am I doing on time? 8:52. So I'll probably cut it off around 9:30ish because that's an hour and a half. So yeah. All right. So I'm going to save this review for tomorrow, and I'm definitely going to do this one. Dave, whoo, man, this was a good one. All right, so Colossus, excuse me. It's kind of end of the world. It's basically about this guy is like some genius scientist, and he means to build this supercomputer to help people. And to help the world. But then they find out that, oh, Dave, refresh my memory. Is it the Russians or the Germans? I can't remember. They make another supercomputer, if not just as good as the Americans' computer. And Colossus, like, taps into their computer. And he's like, well, wait a minute. I thought I was the only supercomputer on the, on the face of the earth. And so Colossus starts talking to the other computer, and the other computer is called Guardian. So they're battling it out, and then the Russian, or is it the Russians or Germans? Hang on. Oh, Russians, excuse me, Russians. So the Russians are talking to the Americans are talking to the Russians, and they're trying to figure it out. But Guardian is talking to Colossus, and Colossus is, and all hell breaks loose, you know? So it starts off good, and then quickly it goes downhill very, very, very quickly. So anyway, here we go. So Colossus. So Dave, I want to thank Dave for this great movie suggestion. Oh yeah. And I will take it off the list because now I have a nice list. I haven't gotten them all written down on my digital list, but here's the digital list. So I can take them off, and I will take them off camera. Vision, I think the next ones I'm going to buy off the list, I've been wanting to watch Chainsaw Hookers. Those crazy bitches killing people with chainsaws, stealing their money, having sex with God knows how many people. I think I'm going to get that one. And then I'm going to do No Escape. And then I think I'm going to get the next three. No Escape, Chainsaw Hookers, and then, let's see, let me scroll through here. And then, in honor of your dad, I think The Hunted. Because you said your dad loved The Hunted. I've been wanting to see it, so I think those three are next. So The Hunted, Chainsaw Hookers, and No Escape. And it's got that guy, what's his name? He was in that movie, the gangster movie that you guys told me to watch. Not Casino. What's the other? Goodfellas. So that guy was in Goodfellas. So this one looks quite dystopian. It's the year 2022, so now it's in the past, but it's in a future 2022. A ruthless prison warden has created the ultimate solution, the ultimate prison for the most troublesome and violent inmates. A secret jungle island where prisoners are abandoned and left to die in this prison. But Marine Captain John Robbins, convicted of a murder he didn't commit, he is determined to escape the island in order to reveal the truth behind his actions and the crime he didn't commit and clear his name. Oh, hell yeah, that sounds good, man. Oh, yeah, now we're talking. So it's an action movie. It's got a little bit of horror elements. It's dystopian. It's in the future. Hell yeah. I'm going to give that a big thumbs up. I can't wait to watch all those. All right, so the 4-Bin Project. Here we go. So I think that's the next ones I'm going to buy off the list. Let's see here. Let me catch up with the chat. Let's see. Let's see. Good try, Chuck. Russia. It's from the same director as The Exorcist. Way different, but still cool. Oh, what? Oh, this one? Oh, you mean The Hunted. The Hunted. Well, I can't wait, because I've seen The Exorcist twice. And it's freaky, and it's creepy, and all hell breaks loose in The Exorcist. I need to see number 2 and number 3, and then they made a sequel to number 3, so I need to see all of the others. But man, that's the only horror movie that my dad sat me down. This is how cool my dad was, Visions. My dad looked at me and said, John, forget Freddy, forget Jason, forget Leatherface, all that crap that you watch. And then he said, you want to see a real horror movie? And I said, what do you mean? He goes, I'm talking a real horror, scary. He goes, it scared the shit out of me when I watched it the first time. I was like, yeah, Dad. I said, you're not usually a horror movie guy. He goes, well, in this one, I'm making a, he goes, I'm using this one as an example. I'm making an exception. He goes, Freddy, Jason, all that stupid crap that you watch, John, doesn't have anything on The Exorcist. I was like, is it that scary, Dad? He goes, oh, yeah, and then some. Me and my dad sat down. My dad looked over. He's like, what do you think, John? I'm like, pretty scary. But I looked at my dad. I said, I still like Michael more, Dad. But I said, Exorcist is right up there with, with Jason and Freddy and all that. And he's like, well, I just wanted to show you a good horror movie. And that it was. That thing was creepier than all hell. So, yeah. So, it's still good. Well, that's cool. I can't wait to watch it. The Hunted, the same director directed The Hunted. So, oh, yeah. But I've been dying to see some crazy... I'm sorry, ladies. Jen, Kate, cover your ears. I'm not calling them bitches. I can't wait to see some crazy Hollywood hookers. I guess they're like sluts or whatever. And they're like, yeah, we're going to kill everybody and steal their money. And we're chainsawing the fuck out of everybody. And I'm like, that'll work. That'll definitely work. So I can't wait to watch that. All right, Colossus, the 4-Bin Project. Very sci-fi. The opening scene, when you see this guy, he's inside the computer. The computer is so massive, they have to put the whole computer in a massive building that's in the Rocky Mountains. He's walking down the hallways and he's got this remote control and he's just turning on the computer and all these lights come on and he's like a little tiny guy in these massive hallways and the computer is like sky high and I'm like, damn, this thing is huge. So it's very sci-fi and it takes place. They filmed it in the 60s, but it's supposed to take place like in the 1990s. So it's not the future, it's the not too distant future, basically. So it's set in the around the 80s, around the 90s, but they filmed it in the 60s. I'm sorry, they filmed it in the 70s, excuse me. They filmed it in the 70s, but it's supposed to take place in the 90s. That's what I'm trying to say. So very sci-fi. Set in the not too distant future. Visions, you like sci-fi too. You gotta watch. It's good. Oh, Dave was not kidding. It's action-packed. There's a couple of boring parts. No offense, Dave. There is a few boring parts, but not too many boring parts. So, but let me give it a big thumbs up. So, not too many boring parts. The same guy that was in Planet of the Apes. I'll give him this. He's best known for Days of Our Lives, and you know he's got the flowing mustache, and he's all playing the seductive guy on Days of Our Lives. Because unfortunately, I had to watch a lot of Days of Our Lives growing up with my grandma. Fear she loved her Days of Our Lives, but she also liked The Price is Right. So I much rather watching Price is Right with Grandma Fears than fucking Days of Our Lives. But we watched a lot of Days of Our Lives, so I kind of know that character. He's a good actor. He's best known for that, and he also played a real-life person on the Titanic with Kate Winslet. That was a good role for him. You know, he was, I think he played the richest man on the ship, and unfortunately, the richest man on the ship went down with the ship, so money means nothing to that guy because he died. But he was a gentleman. He went down with the ship, and he let his wife and her dog survive, but he died, which is good, you know. At least he was a gentleman, let his wife live, you know. So hell yeah. But he's best known for Days of Our Lives, but he's good in this. He was in a lot of sci-fi film, I guess, before he hit it big with Days of Our Lives. He's in the third Planet of the Apes, and he plays kind of the villain in, he plays one of the villains in Planet of the Apes 3, which is a fantastic movie. If you guys have never seen that, oh my God, it's good. This one, he kind of plays, he's like a super computer genius, and he's not the bad guy. He's trying to figure out why his great masterpiece of a computer is malfunctioning. And it's not really a malfunction, it just reacts. So the movie opens with them doing a press conference, and he's like, I've been working on this project for a couple years now, and now finally Colossus is ready to go, and it's a masterpiece. Nothing bad will happen. Nothing bad will happen, right? And he's all like, I've been working on this project for years. It is completely flawless. It's great. It's fantastic. It's fantastic. Then, within a few minutes, Colossus, there's a big computer screen and these big red letters come up and it says danger, danger, attention. And they're all like, what? Like, what the fuck's going on? And he goes, there's nothing wrong with me, but I found out there's another supercomputer. So the Russians are trying to beat the Americans into this ultimate computer. And basically Colossus will take care of any type of problem that Americans want. So it has control of like their military, their ships, their missiles, how much food Americans have, better ways to do crop. I mean, it's got an answer for everything. And so it can go one or two ways. Either this will be like the invention of the century, or it'll kill people within seconds, you know? So he kind of plays like the good guy in this. He's like, he's proud of his machine, but he's also like, well, shit, it's not working the way it's supposed to. So fuck, everyone's going to blame me. So now I have to figure out a solution. So he plays the good guy, but I wouldn't say he's the villain, but everyone's turning to him like, what the fuck? You said this was not going to happen. It's supposed to be this amazing technology and it's not working. And he's like, I'm working on it. I got a solution. Don't worry. Exactly, Dave. Pre-Skynet. It's got Skynet vibes. So I'm going to write that down. Skynet vibes. I'll be honest, Dave. It's almost exactly like Skynet, because in the third Terminator movie, they use Skynet to try to figure out all, like, why is the internet going down? Like, why is cell phone towers not working? Yada, yada, yada. And the Kate Brewster's dad's like, no. Like, it's my job. I'll push the button. You see his finger push the button, and it starts working for about 2 minutes. 2 minutes. And then all of a sudden it shuts down, and then it reactivates, and then Skynet goes fucking nuts, as we all know. So, yeah. And the Skynet future, Dave, is coming up. We're in 2026. The end of the world is supposed to be in 2029. So, Skynet, please, I beg of you, don't kill fears. Don't kill my friends online. Don't destroy humanity. It's good to watch, but would fears ever want to be in that future? Hell no. I tell that to Visions and Bukaki all the time. I love watching Mad Max. Mad Max is fucking amazing. But would fears want to walk around in a desert with hot leather pants, barely any water, fighting people for scraps of food? Hell no. That would suck. That would suck beyond belief. Is it cool to watch on film? Hell yeah. He takes that boomerang, cuts a guy's fucking head off. He's like, yeah, fuck you, bitch. Whew. Slices the motherfucker's head off. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to give that a big thumbs up. It's a great scene. You guys should watch it. Road Warrior it up, my friends. Hell yeah. But would I want to be there baking in the sun in some, like, Australian desert? Barely any water? No. Hell no. So, yeah, Dave, you are 100% right. Pre-Skynet. Dave says Colossal was a hard movie to find on DVD. I'll be honest, Dave. Out of all these, this one was the hardest because they changed the name. And I already told you guys. This one was the easiest. Literally, I went to Amazon. Colossus, the 4-bin project. Bam. Blu-ray, DVD it up. So, Dave, it's easy to find on Amazon. I bought this off of Amazon. This off of eBay. This off of Amazon. This was the hardest one. So I bought this one first. And I said, oh, okay. As I thought this one was going to be the hardest because I think this is the, let's see, this one's 1970. This one's 1977, and this one's 1980. I'm sorry, 1990. So yeah. So I thought, oh, this will be the easiest one to find because it's the most modern movie out of these three. I shit you not. This is the easiest to find. This was the second easiest to find. This one took me 2 to 3 hours to find because I was looking under I Come in Peace. And they said, well, technically, that's what it is. But they said that's the title that it came out on VHS. But for some reason, probably marketing purposes, they're like, oh yeah, Dark Angel's like much cooler title. And they put it on Blu-ray and DVD. I disagree. Visions, Dave, I totally think I Come in Peace is a lot better. Why? Because he's dealing with an alien, and he's like, no, I do not come in peace. I'm selling drugs, and I'm killing all these humans. Dark Angel has nothing to do with fucking aliens. But it's still the same movie, and I can't wait to watch it. A young Dolph Lundgren, he must have done this a couple of years after He-Man, Masters of the Universe. That was his first American film. So, yeah, there you are. All right, let's get back to Colossus, y'all. So, pre-Skynet, thank you, Dave. That's a perfect way to describe it. So, pre-Skynet, not too many boring parts, set in the not-too-distant future, 1990s. Very sci-fi. And you guys know me, I love a good sci-fi. Good sci-fi. Let me catch up on the chat here. Colossus, the 4-bin project, great AI warning. Yeah, it has a little bit of AI in it. AI and artificial intelligence. That's a great way to put it, Dave. So Skynet / AI / artificial intelligence. It's got all of that. So yeah. Vision says The Hunted. Yeah. Okay, I just wanted to make sure that was the movie you were talking about, Visions. pre-Skynet a year ago, we couldn't find it. That is the overseas title. Then that's what yeah. So because the first time I saw it, Dave, Chicken Wizard and me were at a Toy Man Toy Show. Dave, you and Zach have got to check out my friend Chris's Toy Man Toy Show. His dad used to run it in the 80s, and then when his dad passed away, right before his dad passed away, he said, "Hey, Chris, like, keep up the Toy Man Toy Show legacy." And he's like, "Oh, I will, Dad." And now Chris has brought Toy Man Toy Show, like, into the stratosphere, man. But his dad started it, like, late 70s, early 80s. I can't remember when the first one. I'm going to have to ask my friend Chris the next time I'm in Missouri. I think he told me the first official show was 1978, 79, somewhere around there. And then he did it all through the 80s, all through the 90s, and I think his dad died 2009, 2010-ish, somewhere. I'm going to have to ask Chris. It's around there. And then Chris has just took it. He brought tons of celebrities. I don't think his dad ever had a celebrity, ever, at any of his old shows. Chris brought tons of celebrities in. Eddie Deazen's been there. That lady that played, not a Wookiee, she played an Ewok. I got to interview her. You guys just haven't seen the interview yet. And she was in The Mandalorian. She was in all sorts of shit. I interviewed her. I interviewed that guy that did the Dennis the Menace voice. He's had tons of celebrities there, Dave. So me and Chicken Wizard were there, and this guy had, you guys have, I think, seen it in the vlog, because I've uploaded that one. Tons of VHS tapes. So I'm like, all right, let me look some possible movie gems. I'm looking through it, and I said, "Hey, Chicken Wizard, what's I Come in Peace?" Dave, that's the first time I saw it on VHS. So Dave is 100% right. So that's why I wrote it down. I thought, all right, well, I'll find it on the internet when I get back to my house. So I'm looking, and then when I finally buy it, I'm like, oh, it used to be called I Come in Peace. Well, now it's Dark Angel. It has nothing to do with aliens. So, yeah, Visions, it's a lot better than fucking, like, that doesn't make any sense. I Come in Peace. That's perfect. Everyone knows what that what that refers to. Oh, hey, aliens. Yes, I come in peace. Yeah, we get it. But dark alien, I mean dark angel, that could mean fucking anything. So I don't know. Anyway, let's get, so pre-Skynet, AI, artificial intelligence, couple boring parts. I'm gonna give it a solid, because I did fall asleep, Dave, but I was so tired from work. I'm gonna give it a solid. I really enjoyed it. I'm going to give it a solid 9.6 out of 10. 9.6 out of 10. I do recommend it because it's amazing. Do recommend it. My two favorite scenes. Let's see here. The opening's fantastic. I think the opening is going to be my second favorite scene. He's literally a tiny little bug. He's walking. Dave, you know what scene I'm talking about. He's walking through the halls, and he's just doing his final checks before he turns on Colossus. He's got this remote control in his hand, and it's probably about that tall and about that wide. And he's got this long antenna, and he's pushing the buttons, turning the whole machine on. And he's like a little ant walking through this massive hallway. There's computer terminals everywhere. It's massive, and the whole computer is in the side of the Rocky Mountains. There's a massive door. And before he walks out, he's turning everything on. And all the lights come on. The computer turns on. It's like, hello, welcome. You know, the system has been activated. And I'm like, oh, shit, here we go. Then he goes through the front door, closes the front door, and there's this little bridge because it's surrounded by radiation. So if anyone tries to, like, break in, the radiation will kill them. So before he turns on the radiation, this bridge comes across. So he walks across the bridge, and then he shuts the bridge. The bridge collapses and goes into the wall. Then the big door comes down. And then he turns on the radiation. And radiation. So if this is the whole computer in the side of the mountain, radiation is all the way around it. So this guy's thought of everything. So the opening scene, Dave, that's my second favorite scene, because I was like, damn, this guy, not only did he make a great computer, it's got tons of security protocols in case any foreign government wants to, oh yeah, whatever, we're going to try to break in and steal all your shit. No, you are not. So yeah. So that's my second. So turning on the computer. It's hard to pick a favorite scene because I was intrigued. I mean, this was way ahead of its time. Let's see, what's my favorite scene? I would say when his character is talking to the president, Dave, and he's all like, Mr. President, I don't think you understand what the hell is going on. Like, all hell is about to rain loose. If we don't fix this, and if we don't get Colossus to stop talking to Guardian, all hell will break loose. I'm talking missiles. World War X will ensue. And then I just love the president's eyes. They go from like this to like, are you fucking serious? And he's like, I'm dead serious. He's like, we need to fix this problem, and we need to fix it quick. So he's like, I just want to let you know the gravity of the situation. If we don't fix it, all hell will rain upon the earth. So that scene's a pretty good scene. Dave, you know what scene I'm talking about. And they're in the control tower, and they're trying to figure out, and they're pushing buttons, and they're talking to Colossus. And he's like, I don't think we should have Colossus talk to Guardian anymore. So they shut it off. They shut off communications towards Guardian. And then the Colossus is like, oh no, that's not happening. He goes, if you don't restore my communication to Guardian, I'm just going to launch a missile. And they're like, no, you're not. And he goes, oh, yes, I am. And then literally, bam, he launches a missile. And I don't want to spoil the rest of it for you guys, but very bad things happen. So Colossus launching a missile. That's probably my favorite scene. Yeah. I know, I need to start saying spoiler alert. My bad. But it's such a good movie, so. But I didn't give too much. So Visions, everybody else, if you guys still want to watch it, I didn't tell you how it ends. I tell you how it opens, but I didn't really give too much away. But it's still, watch it. It's good. Big thumbs up. Let's see. I do recommend it. Again, it's an oldie but a goodie. Ooh, what's up, Walter? I'm about to sign off. I'm gonna do one more topic, my friends, and then I'll save the rest for later because it's 9:16, and I told I've already been going an hour and 42 minutes. I told Lantern that I would only go for about an hour and a half. So I told Lantern 2 hours max, but I'm gonna do one more. I'm gonna cut it short. I'm gonna do one more topic, and then I'm gonna skedaddle, and then it's all Lantern, y'all. So I do recommend it. Check it out. Tonight's watches. Oh yeah. Little Damnation Alley. And then, you know what? Fuck it. If I have time, I'm watching this for sure. If I have time, I'm watching a little bit of Dark Angel. So these are the two watches. Oh yeah. Now we're talking. So yeah, bada bing and bada boom. Oh yeah. And hey, Walter, I loved your last message. And you know what? I will reciprocate the conversation. Walter, why don't you get your fucking lazy, fucking hairy ass off your goddamn couch? You know, tell your girlfriend you're taking a vacation and you're coming down to fucking Florida, playing some fucking mini golf with Fears, and tell your fucking girlfriend that you'll be back in a couple of fucking days after you hang out with Fears and have a couple of fucking beers and a couple of fucking rounds of mini golf. All right? So get your fucking ass down here so we can fucking play some golf. All right? Yeah, that's right, y'all. That's right. Let's see. Strong Bear says, it may be old, but still good. Oh, it's beyond good. That's why I said it's an oldie, but it's a goodie. And I highly recommend it. It's amazing. Well, yeah. And I'm so glad that it's part of the Fears movie collection, y'all. Another great film taken down. All right, last, but certainly not least, I'm going to pick my top 3 favorite Lord Visions videos. Visions, get off your ass and make some more videos. So then I can do a top 10, y'all. But I will do a top 3. So top 3 Lord Visions films. We're buddies. We're pals. I didn't want to, neglect you, man. Because I did top 10 videos of D-Man, top 10 of Dave's. I did Zachary, top 10 Zachary films. Who else did I do? Visions now, Dave, Zach. I haven't done Tommy yet. I need to do a top 10 Tommy videos. So yeah. So I'll get around to everybody. Let's see. Walter says, that was a good one, Fierce. Well, I meant it. Tell your girlfriend, honey, I'm going to take 5 days off, play a little fucking golf with Fierce, drink some beer, go fucking nuts. You got to be in a vlog, Walter. You've been watching for quite a long time. Tell the missus, babe, go hang out with the ladies, have some girls' nights. Fuck, guys, let's go dance, do whatever girls do, and then come on down, play a little golf, get a little fucking vlogging going on, getting some beers. Hell yeah, buddy. Get on down here. All right. Top 3 Lord Visions. Well, let's go to Visions' YouTube channel, and let's have a little watch. Let's have a little gander. The first one, Visions, I got to give you credit. 4.5 hours of Watch Sleepaway Camp. So that's on there. So Watch Sleepaway Camp's already on there. All right. Let's see here. All right. So Rebecca stalks her prey. Oh, I don't think I've seen this one. I apologize, Visions. I don't think I've seen Rebecca stalks her prey. I may have to give it a little watch. All right, so number 1, Watch Sleepaway Camp. I appreciate the effort, my friend. You did 4 hours, 55 minutes, and 29 seconds of Watch Sleepaway Camp. It finally got Fears off of his fucking ass, and I finally watched it, and I reviewed it, and I loved it. It's a crazy movie, but I loved it. It's a good horror movie. I just watched number 2 a couple months back. Number 2 is good, but number 2 is fucking wackier beyond belief. I can't wait for Sleepaway Camp 3, 4. I think there's 5 of them. I think that's what Pixel told me. 5 of them. So I need to get 3, 4, and 5. So I'll eventually watch those, and I'll probably laugh my fucking ass off. So yeah. Oh yeah. All right. Well, I don't think I've seen Watch. Let's see. And then I like screen printing tutorial. So I like that one because that's where you did the howdy. Listen to it.
Well, howdy.
Oh yeah.
I wanted to.
So I'm gonna put that one down. Screen printing tutorial. That one's another one of my favorites. It says screen, and I think that's the first short you ever did. So screen printing tutorial. That one was good. And then, let's see. You've only got 1 live up. Well, I've seen almost everything except for, I haven't seen, the third one is going to be either asking J-Dog if I should bully my friend Fearsman, because the guy's like, he just needs to be stuffed in a garbage can, y'all. That was... Visions, I was laughing hysterically because I don't know who this guy is, but this guy looks like a tough motherfucker. His muscles are out to here. I was like, I don't want this guy killing Fears. And the way he said it, he's like, yeah, he should just be stuffed in a garbage can. And I fucking lost my mind. So it's either going to be that one or watching all 12 Friday the 13th movies at once. That one was pretty cool. But I've never watched Rebecca Stalks Her Prey. So let's have a little watch, shall we?
Me burn. Show me burn.
Oh, this must have happened on Lanterns. Oh, wow, because that sounds like Lord Lantern. Okay.
Let's see. Paper.
Oh, it's Lantern. He yawned. He definitely yawned. So either Rebecca's about to do something to Lantern or Lantern's about to do something to Rebecca. This is a new one, Visions. I have not seen this video.
Paper.
He likes his Big Bird.
Uh-oh. Somebody's here, Visions. Somebody's here for you, Visions.
Oh,
This is here, Visions.
oh, here we go. Oh, shit.
Hi,
Oh, Lantern's pretending to be Rebecca. Watch out, Visions. Oh, Lord. Lantern, I've never seen this. Lantern, you cheeky devil, you.
Where have you been, Visions?
Oh,
Where
shit.
have you been?
Where you been?
It's me, Visions. How you doing, Visions? I miss you so much, Visions.
Oh, shit. Oh, wow.
Where have you been,
This is pretty
Visions?
damn funny.
I haven't seen you in a long time, Visions. Have you unblocked me yet, Visions, on Visions Stream?
Lantern, great acting. Great acting. And I don't even know who this Rebecca girl is, but great acting, Lantern. I mean, this is fantastic. Oh, Lord.
You better unblock me on Visions Stream, Visions. I miss Fear so much, Visions.
Oh,
You
shit.
unblock me, boy.
Oh, hey, big boy.
Get in touch with Fears again, Visions.
Oh, shit.
I want to be in Visions Stream again, Visions.
Oh, wow.
Visions.
Oh, that was pretty damn funny. All right. Wow. You know what? I'm still going to go with watching all Friday the 13th at once. I'll admit, Visions, that was some pretty damn funny shit. I've watched everything else. Museum is a naughty boy. I've seen that one. Asking J-Dog if I should troll Fears. Thank God you didn't. You didn't, buddy. I appreciate that. I watched your very first video, Dog Kisses, the Tactical Arby's, Ghost Box. I've watched them all. The Gothic King Cobra stuff. More wands. Buy more wands. But I guess I missed. This happened a year ago. I've never until now I haven't seen Rebecca stalks her prey. So, but I watched the G-Dog thing. The G-Dog thing comes after it. I just haven't seen the Rebecca thing until now. But I'm gonna the third one's gonna be watching 12 Friday the 13th. It's quite appropriate for the book. 12 Friday the 13th at once. And that's a good place to end, my friends. But it's been a great show. But yeah. Well, I can't wait to see what else you come up with, Visions, because I want to do either a top 5 next or a top 10 next, my friends. But I hope everybody enjoyed it, and get ready for the ultimate Lord Lantern live, y'all. Let me finish up with the chat. That was a good one. That's right, y'all. We can get drunk and egg Zach's car. That would be funny, Walter. I'm sure Zach would love that. Maybe let the air out of his tires. Oh, shit. Well, if we do that, we got to get it on film. And then we can watch Zach get mad. No, Zach's cool. But that would be funny. I'd be like, you know what, Walter? I'll film you doing it, and I'll just stay behind the camera and laugh. So, yeah. Let's see. But who's keeping track of time? I'm keeping track of time. It's about to be 9:30. So, like I said, I went for about almost 2 hours. Because I told Lantern it's on the time it says 1:53. So I told Lantern either an hour and a half or up to 2 hours. So I'm gonna just cut it off just shy of a few minutes of 2 hours. I told Lantern, so then Lantern can get going. But it's been awesome, guys. Fears will see you tomorrow, and I'm gonna do a live right before Yak's show, because Yak said he's going live. Was it 9:30 or 10? Hang on. He said he's going live at yep, 9:30 my time. Okay, so that means I gotta go. I'll probably start mine at like 5 or 6, and I'll end it by 8:30 or right at 9, because he's going 9:30 his time. So I'll get a little live in right before Yak's, and then bada bing, bada boom, right into Lord Yakvo's. And Yakvo goes pretty late on Saturdays, but I do enjoy his show. So yeah. All right. That's right, Dave. A drive-by fruiting. Yeah, that's funny. Oh, my Lord. Anyway, Fears loves you guys. Fears cares about you guys. That was a great show. I'm glad everybody enjoyed it. Thank you for all the likes. I got 4 likes. Wait, Dave, let me make sure it was 4, because Dave says, Fears, sometimes you forget to refresh the page, and then instead of 3 likes, it's 6 likes. So let me refresh the page and have a little look-see. Anyway, Fears loves you guys. Fears cares about you guys. Well, I did have 4 likes, and now it's down to 2. So I did have 4 likes. Somebody retracted them. Oh my lord. Well, but thank you. Thank you for the 2 likes. I appreciate it, my friends. Thank you so much. Anyway, I'm gonna skedaddle. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my buddy, my pal, Walter White on YouTube. Excuse me. Damn. Excuse me. Let's try that again, shall we? Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Walter White, my buddy, my pal. Don't forget to subscribe to Strong Bear 19. We got to get him to 1,000 subs, guys. Come on. Give him a like, give him a comment, give him a sub. Check out the sweet, the amazing Tina at Mama Bear 06. Let's get her to 100 subs. Tina, the fans have been begging you to do some lives. Begging you to do some lives. Come on, buddy. Come on. Is it 3 likes, Dave? Hang on. Let me have a look. Let me have a look. Check out
It is 3.
Sweet, the amazing. It is 3 lives. Okay, well, thank you. I appreciate it. 3 likes. I appreciate it. Tina, people have been begging you to do a live. We got to get the Tina lives a rocking. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Zach, the Incredible Impressions. And I'm going to talk to him next week, and we're going to hash this out. Don't be filming me, Zach. Just joking, buddy. I know you won't. And we're going to work it out. But I've calmed down a lot since of what happened. So, yeah. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my buddy, my pal, Bukaki. And like, comment, and subscribe to my other buddy, Lord Visions, y'all. Buy some cool shit off his website, exhumevisions.com. I've already bought not 1 Yakvo shirt, but 2 Yakov shirts. And Visions was nice enough. He said, Fears, even though I took away the make your personal shirts, I will make you 2 personal shirts. Just send me the artwork. That's how cool Lord Visions is. And I went, hell yeah, buddy. Because I've got a lot more ideas, Visions, for future Fears Man shirts. So hell yeah. So subscribe to Lord Visions, exhumevisions.com. Buy some cool shit. Because he does, in fact, make some pretty cool shit, y'all. Subscribe to Mr. Lantern. He's definitely the host with the most. Coming up very soon. Subscribe to his 2 channels, Mr. Lampy, that's his 2nd channel. Subscribe to his 1st channel, Mr. Lantern. And last, but certainly not least, follow the other host with the most, Fears. FearsMan26 is that main channel. Follow my 2nd channel at Fears Vlogs. And Fears loves you guys. Fears cares about you guys. And this is Fears, signing off. Peace. Deuces. Vision says, I got the internet back, so I'll be working on them tonight. Oh, hell yeah, buddy. Thanks a lot. Some Lord Yakvo shirts, some Lord Fearsman shirts. Now, I'll be honest. The 2 custom shirts, they're going to go a little ballistic, but not that ballistic. I just said, hey, Visions, I got some ideas. Somebody made me this artwork. So they're Fearsman and Fears Vlogs related, but they're not going nuts. They're not like the Uncle Fears, shirt that Visions made for me, which I've worn many times. Shelton's seen it. He loves it. His eyes got that big when he saw it, so hell yeah. But they're going to be cool. They're not going to be going nuts, but they're going to be cool, though. So, hell yeah. Well, thanks for working on them, buddy. Hell yeah. I'm glad your internet is back on the attack, Jack. All right. Fears is signing off, y'all. But I love you guys. Anyway, this is Fears signing off. Peace. Deuces. And I'll see you guys next time. Hey, Lantern. Shunk! Ha 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 ha. All right, bye.